Good evening and welcome to the latest updates on Europe's security situation and the ongoing war in Ukraine. Tensions between Russia and NATO continue to escalate. Earlier today, Estonia reported a serious violation of its airspace by three Russian MiG-31 fighter jets. The aircraft entered Estonian territory with their transponders switched off and ignored repeated attempts at communication. Tallinn has condemned the incident as a shameless breach, and NATO allies are watching closely. In response, the United Nations Security Council is preparing to hold an emergency meeting to address the growing risks of direct confrontation. Meanwhile, Germany is preparing for the worst. Berlin has announced contingency plans to handle as many as 1,000 wounded soldiers per day in case of a large-scale conflict with Russia. This move reflects growing concerns about the possibility of a broader war in Europe and Germany's effort to expand its medical and logistical capacity to support frontline troops. Poland has also issued a strong warning. Prime Minister Donald Tusk declared that Poland will shoot down any aircraft or drone that clearly violates its airspace. He stressed that Warsaw will not tolerate provocations, especially as Russia increases its cross-border operations near NATO territory. On the battlefield, Russia launched a fresh wave of missile and drone strikes across Ukraine, targeting several regions overnight. Dozens of civilians were reported killed or injured. In retaliation, Ukrainian forces struck Russian energy facilities in the Samara and Saratov regions, continuing Kyiv's strategy of undermining Russia's war economy. At the European level, sanctions remain at the heart of the political debate. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has called for a ban on imports of Russian liquefied natural gas. According to her, restricting Moscow's energy revenues is critical to weakening its ability to sustain the war in Ukraine. These developments highlight a dangerous moment for Europe. On one hand, NATO members are increasing their military readiness. On the other, Russia shows no signs of backing down. With violations of NATO airspace, large-scale missile strikes, and new sanctions on the table, the risk of escalation is rising. For now, the world is watching as both sides test each other's limits. The coming days will be crucial as diplomats, military leaders, and governments weigh how far this conflict could spread. This script runs around 500 to 600 words, which takes roughly 3 to 4 minutes to read aloud at a natural pace. Do you want me to format it more like a TV news anchor script, shorter sentences, dramatic pauses, or more like a detailed podcast/lecture narration?